Good morning, everyone, from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and an incredible view of Dollywood here at the top of a cabin overlooking the park.
It is the cabin. Now, this is the Coaster Crew cabin. Every year, Coaster Crew rents this out for like a big event, and a lot of people come, and it's so much fun. And it's like legit the best view of the park that you can get. Like right behind me, you've got like Wild Eagle. You can see Lightning Rod like very clearly. If you look a little harder, you can see like Tennessee Tornado. You can see Mystery Mine.
Big Bear Mountain.
It's a great event. Coaster Crew is awesome if you've never done an event with them.
This video is being filmed after the event has already concluded, so we won't be showing you any of the ERT or anything. We are here on a weekday. The lines are going to be really short, though.
Hopefully.
It's very overcast, which is actually a bummer because, fun fact, we're filming this on the day of the solar eclipse.
Yeah, you got your glasses in hand.
Yeah, I got the glasses ready. We are not in the path of totality. The sun is going to be 90% covered. But right now, it might be 100% covered if these clouds do not move.
I know, so we might not get to see it. But the other highlight today is that we're going to get our first ride on V4 of Lightning Rods. Instead of the launch, it is a regular high-speed chain lift. From what we've heard from a lot of people so far, it's really not that different. I mean, obviously, the fact that there's no launch is different, but the rest of the ride feels pretty much the same. So.
Yeah, we also have not ridden Big Bear Mountain since Media Day, so this should be pretty cool to see how it's running. I'm definitely excited, so I say we head down to the park. And here we go. Welcome inside Dollywood, and there is just not very many people here at all.
Yeah, so it's Monday. As we said, it's the day of the solar eclipse, and we are not in the path of totality. So I know a lot of people who are traveling right now are all going to places that are. So between that and the fact that the weather's not the best, and it's a Monday, spring break just ended, I get it. Look how pretty these are. I feel like every time I've come here, it's been the umbrellas, which I absolutely love, but this has like a kind of magical feel to it.
This path is normally open leading up to what will soon be the new Dolly Parton experience. There's still a bunch of construction left to be done with it, which is why this whole area is closed off. But you can see they've done a bunch of repainting to it. It used to be all colorful. Now it's lots of whites, grays, and soft tans. And you can hear in the distance Lightning Rod's new chain lift. There it is, going all the way up to the top. Oh, that's gonna be weird. And then here's what the fences look on the other side as you're approaching Lightning Rod.
So typically every day at Dollywood starts with going straight to Lightning Rod if it is open, which before, you know, it was kind of a crapshoot whether it would be or not. But ever since they added the new chain lift, it seems like it's always just open. But regardless, we're going there first because we're extremely curious. And you can hear the lift hill from like the moment you enter the park. And honestly, we could hear it from our cabin too.
The amount of times I have stood right here in this spot waiting for Lightning Rod to go, just anticipating seeing it launch up this lift. And we're never gonna see it launch up the lift hill ever again. We are now about to see it go up the chain lift for our first time in person. What the heck? That just looks wrong.
Wow.
Holy crap.
I mean, the thing is that it slowed down to like basically that speed at the top after the launch anyway, so I imagine that the rest of the course is like probably about the same.
I'm sure it's fine, but it still looks wrong.
Oh yeah, it looks really weird. I have a feeling sitting on it's gonna feel weird and be like, ooh, we better roll back.
Well, yeah, because you normally start like speeding up like as you're at the bottom here, but instead you're gonna be slowing down so it can catch the chain. It is a 5-minute wait. The days of wondering if Lightning Rod would be open are over. We can just walk on in without any worry. Oh my gosh, there it is. That's it. Here we are. It's a walk-on, and they are on one train today.
All right, here's a nice look at the new trains. They look fairly similar, but they look like brand new.
They did go for a slight color difference. You can see that the sides of the lap bar are now red. They used to be silver, and then the seat backings used to be black, and now they're gray. So, I mean, it looks great. I mean, it doesn't look worn or very well.
Oh, it's brand new.
Yeah, it's been open for less than a month now, so. We just got off our first ever ride on new Lightning Rod, and it was bizarre. That's the word I would use to describe it. It was weird.
Yeah, so first it's worth mentioning that it's a little chilly. It's still early in like the operating day, so it's running a little slow.
Yeah.
But I don't think that has anything to do with the lift hill.
No.
Other than it feeling weird because we're like so used to the launch sensation, I didn't think it really changed the rest of the ride. I think the only thing that changed the ride is the temperature.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here's one thing that's dramatically different. I actually had time to take in the view going up to the top.
That was weird.
I'm looking around, I'm like, I've never seen any of these angles before, because I'm always just launching and just go boom. Like,
I don't know if you are also noticing this, but there's like a creep like behind this thing in front of us that's like kind of watching us right now. I feel like we should check it out.
Who's back there?
Yourself.
Hey, August! Hey, what do you think of Lightning Rod?
I mean, I never rode it with the launch, so I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to.
Welcome to Dollywood for your first ever
That's
time.
A good thing. That's a good thing that you have like an objective opinion. So like, you know, we obviously looking at it differently. What about you? Because you don't have that to compare.
I mean, I loved it. That's like I really did like it. I know people were comparing it to, you know, the launch and stuff, even though everyone says it kind of didn't really feel different from when it had the launch. So to me, all that we were saying, it's bizarre to not have the launch. I didn't get any of that because I'm used to just going up slow.
So you're just looking at the layout.
Did you like the layout?
I loved it. I did really like it. I feel like sometimes RMC tends to like rely on a lot of those smaller little bunny hills that I really don't like, and I feel like this limits that more. So for example, that big wave turn, I love that. I just love the back part, and then the quad down is also amazing. So I really do love it. It's like top, like high up there for me in terms of RMC. So.
Because you mentioned like the bunny hills and like not really liking them, you also did Air Force One for your first time.
Yes.
So that is a quad down that is, you have to put the camera high. Look how
I know.
This
This is such a, yeah, there it is.
Be on my height. So what did you think of that?
Quad down on Lightning Rod versus quad down on Air Force.
Definitely Lightning Rod. I feel like I never say like, or I've never said before that was too much on a ride, but I definitely think Air Force, that ending, those hills at the end.
Hurts.
It hurts. I had to brace myself. After ride like 5 or 6, I was just like holding on. That's last time, like, oh, like my shins, like it hurts.
Yeah.
So Lightning Rod, better.
Ride number 2 there on Lightning Rod with the lift hill. It was actually a rain ride. It did feel faster though, but I don't know if the camera can pick up on it, but yeah, it's definitely raining. The eclipse should be starting soon. It's gonna last for like 2 hours and it is completely cloudy, so not looking good for that. But anyways, I have to keep reminding myself that the lift hill is here to stay and that it's like something I have to get used to, and it's not like just, oh, it's a temporary solution. It's like, oh no, like that's how it is for now on. Because I start going up the lift hill, I'm just like this is a weird alternate reality. It feels like a dream. All right, we ran into Dewey. Dewey, what do you think of your first ride on Lightning Rod?
My shirt says it all, actually.
Oh my gosh. So a little bummed about it then?
Well, so I rode it in 2016, which was opening year, right?
Yeah.
And it just had a lot more aggression. Now, one thing I will say on a positive note is at least it's running, it's open, but because I rode it in its original iteration, to me it's just kind of like, it kind of hurts my heart.
You know what
I'm saying?
could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
So,
I know the feeling. I get it.
but, I mean, hey, it's working now reliably, and you got to think the GP enjoy it, so that's all you can ask for.
There's like no one on these pathways.
It's also raining.
It is raining, and everyone's watching the eclipse in somewhere other than here.
Doesn't look like they're going to be watching the eclipse at all.
No, not at all.
And the next addition to the graveyard is going to be a headstone that reads Lightning Rod's launch.
Oh,
Rest in peace, 2024.
2016 to 2023. And here's a great one coaster that always had a chain lift, and we never complained about it. Here's Thunderhead. These are the wait times today. So yeah, it's a great day to be here. Even though Thunderhead didn't get a full retracking this off season, you can still see like all the fresh sections of wood. They are still continuing to like maintain and keep up with this ride year after year, and it's great to see. Oh my gosh. Bye. Two rides there on Thunderhead, one of them in the front row, and it is pelting rain. It's like needles in your face.
It's fine because to me, this is the best ride at Dollywood. And
How many times have we had this conversation?
Well, here's the thing: is if you haven't watched a bunch of our old videos, and you're watching this now that we just did lightning rod with a chain lift, I just want to make it a point that I felt this way even when it was launching. I think that this ride is so perfectly paced. It has, depending on if you're in the front or the back, different moments really shine. So it's like a different experience every time. I just love this ride. I think it's one of GCI's best coasters. And it's so re-rideable because it's so smooth.
It's so funny hearing you say that because when I first rode this, it really was not that way at all. It ran like an old GCI. It was never my favorite, but it just has aged so well.
Yeah, no, the first time I came here, I didn't think that. I thought lightning rod for sure. But now that this is running smoothly, I'm like, this absolutely takes the cake. We just rode in the front row, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get shot up into orbit. That's fine.
Wow, it is literally never like this. That's crazy.
Ow.
Yeah, it's not the smoothest ride in the world, but I never went into it thinking it would be.
No.
So I was probably in the smoothest seat because I was in the middle and the front row, and even that is not the smoothest. But it was a fun ride. It's cool. The theming is fun. It's just, I wish someone else made it.
The profiling of the turns at the beginning is just insane. It's
tight.
it's wild that a vehicle like that can even navigate the turn radius. It's ridiculous. And then at the end we had a weird fluke where it's supposed to hold you at the top, and then there's supposed to be a fire effect, but instead we just crested over and we just went down the drop. I was like, yeah, it was like boost mode. Yeah.
Trimmer's mystery mine.
That was wild. I was like, whoa, did not expect that.
So because this is our first time seeing Big Bear Mountain since it's open to the public, it's also our first time seeing the ride since a lot of the greenery has grown in. Because last time we were here, there was still a lot of dirt because it used to be a construction site, and now it just looks a little bit nicer. Although I will still say I would love to see some trees back here, and I'm hoping that some of the ones they planted have grown in a little, but these things do take time.
Guests should wear their own approved solar eclipse viewing glasses to prevent eyesight damage.
It's actually really interesting hearing a park-wide announcement talking about the solar eclipse. It's just really sad that it's overcast like this. Because this could have been really cool, even though it wouldn't have been a full eclipse. To be in a theme park to see that, I don't know, it would have been neat.
Because this ride is always on one train, aka they only have one train, if it's a walk-on, you ride it, because that's a rare opportunity.
We've done a bunch of these clones around the world, but Dragonflyer was our first one, and it's just a great ride. It actually pulls a decent amount of forces.
I was going to say, it's pretty intense for, I guess it's technically a family coaster, but I really, really like it a lot. And I was saying earlier, that was only the second ride I've ever had on this one.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Really, yeah, it's always had a really long line, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it actually pulls pretty good forces. I love these things. They're like perfect family coasters.
And here it is, Big Bear Mountain, which is very, very popular with guests, but right now is a total walk-on, which is just fantastic news. Even when we were here on Media Day, we had to wait for it. Fun fact, our first ride on this thing, we actually waited a decent amount of time because of a breakdown, but from what we've heard, this ride has been very reliable since then, which is just great to hear.
Can I just say that I love this ride?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love this ride, and I would love to see more parks get something like this because it is long, so it's a crowd pleaser for that alone. It is purely fun. There's nothing intense about it, but it doesn't need to be. I literally just smile the whole ride, and everybody did. And we're the group of a bunch of adult enthusiasts who have ridden tons of stuff all over the world, and everyone gets off of this and we're that was pure fun.
I always thought that a lot of the family coasters could use a little more thrill. And I think this does it perfectly. It's just it's a great in between. It's not like a kiddie, but it's not very thrilling. It's not it's got perfect in between. It's long. It's just smooth, enjoyable. no complaints. It's
Everything
perfect.
about
Yeah.
it.
Can I just say you look so cozy right now?
Oh, I love this. I'm like,
That's it up there. It's not much.
wait, you can actually see it. Put your glasses
Really?
on. Yeah.
It's almost all covered.
What?
There it is.
There it is. That's it.
That is so cool.
The clouds are actually helping. Everyone's taking photos and videos of the eclipse. We're at like 10 minutes away from when it'll be at its peak.
Excuse me, we don't need these Apple phones. This is it right here, okay?
Oh my God. Look at that banana.
AI generated. You just
even
looked that
better
up on
one.
the internet.
Wait, did it use AI? I know that the
it's
Androids use AI.
They do.
They do. It's
It doesn't matter,
cheating.
this is what it looks like.
When you have these on, you can't see a thing. I think I'm gonna go walk to Big Bear with them on.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Did you say that you stare directly in the sun, but never in the mirror?
It must be exhausting always being the anti-hero. We had more cloud coverage, but better safe than sorry. Gonna ride Big Bear like this. It's how you see the eclipse while on a roller coaster.
Bear right? No, bear left.
All right, we're gonna all get a real night ride by wearing our Eclipse glasses.
We won't be able to find the bear with our glasses on.
How have you ever found the bear anyway, Hunter? Be honest with
You
yourself.
have to believe it's like Santa Claus.
It legitimately has absolutely gotten dark out. Yeah.
And it's only 3.
It looks like the sun is going down.
That was awesome.
We all just rode Big Bear Mountain with the eclipse glasses on. We couldn't see a thing.
I was like screaming on this ride because it was like I had no idea where we were going next.
Bear left. Oh, bear right. Oh, we're the opposite because I don't know where we were
I don't know where
going.
the heck we are.
Hey, we found the bear.
Did we? We couldn't even find the eclipse.
It's nowhere to be found.
I know you're all wondering what our view looked like while on Big Bear Mountain, so here is a POV.
In all seriousness, I'm really glad we caught the eclipse when we did, because now you can't see a thing. Like, that was like really lucky, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if I've been in a place where it was like closer to 100% before.
It was 90%.
Yeah, I saw the one in 2017 on the boardwalk in Ocean City. That was very, very cool. But something about like being in a theme park made it cooler.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like, because Cedar Point has an event going on right now. Holiday World has like an event in their parking lot. Fiesta Texas, SeaWorld San Antonio, they all do.
Why would they not open Voyage and get a night ride on Voyage in the middle of the
I
day?
know,
Literally,
I
why?
know. Yeah, but the thing is that it's cloudy like across most of the U.S. right now, so I don't know how.
It'll still get dark though.
Yeah, I just don't know how well those events probably turned out. So this is one of the biggest changes that we're seeing for the 2024 season. This seated area is now completely behind construction walls. They've dug up everything. It used to be River Battle. Then several years ago, they turned it into a nice area for relaxation. During Christmas time, they put a huge tree here. And clearly, they're now doing something else with it. So to be determined what comes next. Will it be a ride? Will it be a show venue? Who knows? What do you think this area is going to be?
I think they're gonna build a second Wild Eagle right next to the original.
No. They're building the world's largest Dippin' Dot stand.
Who told you that?
The Dippin'
Dolly.
Dot stand guy.
Dolly told him. They're called Dolly Dots.
She and I are BFFs. So there's like so many empty rows on Fire Chaser right now. The ride that typically gets the longest line in the park has like absolutely no one on it right now. That's amazing.
So, in the hierarchy of Gerstlauer family coasters, rank them. Fire Chaser, Yippee, Pegasus Express, and Wakala.
Ooh.
Tough, right?
I thought I knew it until you said Wakala.
Yeah, I feel like Pegasus has got to be number one.
Yeah, it probably is. And then I'd probably say Wakala.
Probably then this 3 and then Yippee last.
Yeah, Yippee was fun, but it didn't have any of the effects on when we were there.
There weren't
really.
as many tricks
Yeah, it
as
didn't
that
go
exist on the
backward or
others.
anything, did it? It didn't go back.
No, it didn't.
No.
It did have a launch and a lift though.
And Fire Chaser did receive a fresh repaint for 2024. You'd be able to tell better if it was like blue skies and the sun was shining, but that's okay, it still looks really nice. On the path leading from Fire Chaser, this is new. They did fresh siding that includes like this cool rockwork design with built-in benches. It's really nice. All right, my guy, what'd you think of Wild Eagle?
It's there? No, I do like it. I like wing coasters, and I like the straight drop, because the wing overdrop is cooler, but it's almost like every other one has the wing overdrop. So
Right, so it's a bit more of a rarity.
It's a rarity. I think it's fun.
What do you think is your favorite wing coaster at this point? Because you've done a decent number of them.
Oh, Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Yeah,
that one, the forces are just like unreal.
I like Fluke Der Dämonen.
That's a good one.
Too. I like
that was like one of the more unique layouts.
Yes, compact. It's good. Does it stack up to the other ones? Maybe it's in like the lower spot, but it's still fun.
This is a huge pretzel, and that's not even the full thing. Your fingers are a little dirty.
Time to ride one of the best aero coasters out there. Second thing, do I have cinnamon sugar on my face still?
No, you got it all.
Let's go.
Wait time update. There's still no one here. We're the only ones in the station. Woo!
It's August.
So we've done a lot of Fire in the Hole recently, but now here we are at the other one. It's Blazing Fury.
This is gonna be the closest to the original now.
Yeah.
Because it's still old. I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing here eventually.
I feel like it depends on the condition of the ride. Like I know the one at Silver Dollar was not doing so hot, so if this one's still holding up, then they won't need to. But this one is also newer than the original Fire in the Hole. Yo, all right. Hey, and I don't mind doing front row because it doesn't have a splashdown like Fire in the Hole. Look at that. Old classic vehicle, much longer train than Fire in the Holes.
It's so fun doing Blazing Fury after spending so much time with like the new Fire in the Hole.
I know.
And everything. We've done like 3 Silver Dollar City visits in the time that we've made 0 visits to Dollywood. So this is it's a refreshing change of pace.
It's way closer too.
I know, yeah. I used to visit this park like way more than Silver Dollar City. So it's just been funny how backwards it's been recently.
I don't know if you noticed, but they were playing the Fire in the Hole song.
I did notice that. At Fire in the Mountain, Fire in the Hole.
Yeah. I was like sick, but it was fun because we just did like this nice like renovated version of Fire in the Hole, and then we got to do like the old school version.
Yeah,
still.
where they're using like a tin can with a light in it for a train, versus the new one has like a proper train.
Yes.
How did you like it? Fire in the Hole! We did it twice because we came back around and there was like no one there.
Yeah, they're like,
I also noticed that in the front row, that first drop feels like significantly like jankier than the other two. I think this ride did get a retracking from RMC for like the second and third drops. I noticed when you ride in the front row, you can see the track type just slightly adjust into something that's clearly newer. And so when you ride in the front during the first bit, you like make a sharp turn to the left and you just get tossed to the side. It has that jank to it that you don't get with like the new Fire in the Hole, you know?
it's kind of fun.
It is. It is fun. And this ride is very quotable. A lot of good memes in there.
Why are you still wearing the Eclipse glasses?
Because now I can look at you. The sun's right there, and I can stare at you, and my eyes will not be affected. So see, I can.
Am I too bright that it just burns your eyes
so
when
like,
you look at me too hard?
It usually hurts.
Got
So like
it.
my eyes water, but like this is.
He is not the brightest.
How is there just like not a cloud in the sky anymore? Like what happened?
It's like 2 hours too late. Like, please, where was this weather 2
I
hours
know.
ago?
Now like the sun is so bright. I'm like, are you serious? Hey! Woo! All right, August, Thunderhead. What do you think?
That's amazing. Like, usually I prefer the back row on GCIs, but the front row on this, you just get ejected into every little hill there is. It's so smooth too, like
Very smooth.
That's the best GCI in my opinion.
Wow. Okay. And hey, you're from the Netherlands, and you got Troy back at home.
Ever since I rode it, like years and years ago, Troy was always my #1 GCI, and I was like, man, when am I gonna ride another GCI that makes that's better than Troy? But this is definitely better than Troy. Yeah.
And so here we are back at Lightning Rod for one more ride on this new lift hill experience. And guess what? It is still open. To our knowledge, it has been open all day. Didn't have any downtime. It's currently listed at a 5-minute wait even on one train.
So it was really good then.
It was really good. I really liked it. Yeah. So I thought I was only going to be here for one day. I ended up being here for 3 days. I got plenty of rides on it. And I love Lightning Rod. I love Dollywood. I just love everything in this area.
Good. I'm so glad that you liked this park and had a good time. This is a really good experience overall. Like, this ended up actually being a really good day to be here.
Oh, yeah. It was empty, no lines. It rained a little bit, but we saw the eclipse. So it was good.
Lightning Rod is still just as good. I still give the edge to Thunderhead as far as best ride in the park. I think it has more variety. Like, I feel like a lot of the elements, like once you're back there during Lightning Rod, other than like the quad down, are very similar to each other. It's like, oh, we're banking this way, and now we're banking this way again. And that's not a bad thing. It's a really, really good ride. But if I'm nitpicking that, I would give that to Thunderhead for having more variety.
Fair enough.
That's fair. I really like how, I mean, they're both like have some really good low to the ground moments, but I feel like Thunderhead stays consistently low and just like is playing on those like really small, like quick maneuvers. And that's, I think, what makes that ride work so well.
But the quad down is still the best thing here.
Circling back to Silvador, one thing that I really appreciate about both parks is that there's not a bad roller coaster at any of them. You want to ride every single attraction here. Like there's 10 roller coasters at Silvador City, and we're like, we want to do all of them except for I guess the kiddie coaster. Like, but everything else, we're like, we of course want to ride this ride. Like, there's no duds. You know, you go to some parks, you don't feel the need to ride everything. But here, it's like, no, you gotta ride everything.
Just walk around and you come across an attraction, you're like, yeah, I'll ride that because it's good. Like, actually, everything here is good, so it's great overall.
I'd love to see another, a nice dark ride, or something indoors here.
And at Wildwood Grove, a nice. Ooh, that would be really good.
That's the one thing I would say. When it was raining and we were like, what should we do? Really, our only option was Blazing Fury.
Yeah.
And so I think that it would be nice to see another good indoor attraction. Because I know they have plenty of shows. But yeah, I feel like a dark ride of some sorts, or a different indoor coaster with maybe more variable moments than Blazing Fury would be a really nice attraction here. So
agreed.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But that's gonna do it for our day here at Dollywood. Ended up being a crazy day, but this was a lot of fun.
It was a very fun day.
Great time. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.